men committed to this. Jesse Brinkley knocked down a couple of times by Bute in the last fight by body punches, and we mentioned Magee has scored several knockdowns in recent fights with body punches.
And Bute can take a punch. He's only been down the one time in the first fight against Andrade.
Oh my, big right hook.
And down goes Magee. That is a knockdown. 5, 6, 7, 8. The flash knockdown. He doesn't seem to be hurt. He was just startled by it. He got up rather quickly. Oh, a big right hand. A beautiful right hook to the kisser by Bute.
And now he has been down before, Brian Magee, and except against Froch, he gets up and stays up.
That's the 5th time in his career he's down. Yeah, he was down twice against Froch, down 2 other times, but came back to win. Of course, he lost to Froch. There's another right hook to the head. Now Bute's starting to find the mark more regularly.
Clash of heads.
Keep him up.
It's been a rough fight. A lot of holding, pushing, colliding of heads. Body shot by Bute.
He has become so much better at body punch in recent fights.
Right hook upstairs by Bute. Now a combination to the head by Bute. Magee, though, fighting back valiantly.
Wait, bell coming up. You ready to stop?
Heading for the bell, round 6. Magee missing with a straight left hand.
That was a fun round of boxing.
He's a tough guy.
Yeah, he sure is. Bute going downstairs. I mean, that was a tremendous shot downstairs that sent Magee down. We mentioned he had put Brinkley down twice with body punches, and Bute is just gets all kinds of leverage on these punches, and that's just a tremendous left hand. And a lot of times when people go down from body punches like that, they don't get up as quick as Brian Magee did, or period.
We have to start work now. We have to start work now. Come on, okay? If we want to win this time, then we have to work now. Come on, okay? Come on.
Well, this crowd is now really into it after the knockdown by Bute in round 6 off of a body shot to this man's gut. Bute ready to continue halfway through this IBF Super Middleweight Championship. Let's see how Magee reacts now after he was put down in the last round.
Presso scoring pretty interesting. I have it 59-54 as David Spencer of Fight News does, but Herb Zurkowski and Vincent Moran, they have it a little closer, 58-55. Remember, the last round was a 10-8 round.
Watch the head coming in, guys.
And that's unofficial scoring, of course, by the press row.
Lucien Bute trying to protect his undefeated record, 27-0, 22 knockouts, 7-0 with 6 knockouts in world title affairs. Magee 34-3-1 with 24 knockouts. The 1 KO loss to Super 6 semifinalist Carl Froch. This was back in 06.
Come on, guys, work out, work out.
Bute in the white, Magee in the black.
Let him go. It's you.
Those inside uppercuts digging in by Bute.
You know, Bute is one of these fighters, even though the outside is where he wants to be, he can fight on the inside. There's the Magee jabs coming out, which we haven't seen much of in the last couple of rounds.
And that is exactly when that close range uppercut becomes more of a factor for Bute, when he's inside. But he can also unleash it from a distance.
Bute trained in Florida for this fight, his 4th straight training camp down there. He said, I get away from Montreal, and it helps me a lot. And we talked about Glenn Johnson. A couple fights ago, he sparred with Glenn Johnson, and that was special. Again, speaking of special, how about the right hook again by Bute?
Break.
That has been a huge factor in this fight. A lot of head moving from Bute.
Bute keeps his left hand so low, and yet he gets away with it for the most part in fights. And even though Magee's landed some good straight left hands over it, not that many.
Bute relies a lot on his reflexes.
And Brian Magee is now in some, beautiful counter punch by Bute. Brian Magee's getting in some dangerous territory because he's not a big puncher. So if he gets too far down in the scorecards, he's going to have a problem in these later rounds.
You can see Lucien Bute taking the middle all the time.
That might have been a low blow.
That is not a knockdown.
Keep him up, low. All right.
Pete Podgorski cautioning Bute.
There you go. Let's go. Come on.
Wow. Okay, not much of a delay for Brian Magee.
Well, he is game, isn't he? Now he goes down from a punch. Was that another body punch?
Brian Magee should not have come back that quick.
You want to stay here? You got to show me something.
Down for the second time in 2 rounds, but there's the bell.
Deep breath. Come on, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Come on. Come on, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Come on, take a deep breath. Come on, John. Come on, John.
We will watch the first knockdown. Now, we presumed it was low, and Pete Podgorski called it low. Let's see. No, sir. There is nothing low about that. Now,
it was the reaction of Magee that made the ref think it was low.
Yep, and here's the second one, and that also is a legal blow. So it is interesting, and I have to say we thought it might be low the first one. They wasn't even close to being low. So 3 knockdowns in this fight because of body punches to Brian Magee.
Magee got away with one, the second one.
Yeah. Throw punches, okay? Throw punches. Come on. Throw punches. Come
So
on.
things are now looking very grim, very bleak for the challenger, Brian Magee.
He's got to be careful for those body punches.
Yeah, I guess.
And now you can see his mouth is wide open, and that's not a good sign. We begin the 8th.
Cover up, Magee.
That's good advice.
Come on,
Well, and you know, we talked about Bute improving in various areas, and body punching is one of them. And boy, he showed it against Jesse Brinkley in his last fight when he stopped Brinkley, and he's showing it here tonight. Brian Magee is coming back, though. I mean, give him credit for being resilient.
Well, we said before the fight he does fight with a lot of heart, and he's showing that here. I'm just not sure he can handle the body attack of Lucien Bute. He's been down twice. Bute continues to come on. A game. Brian Magee flailing.
He is thrown for the fences, too. I mean, Magee's just trying everything to see if he can hurt Bute.
He knows there's a big sense of urgency here on his part.
Don't punch, don't punch.
2 10-8 rounds, and Brian Magee made a serious tactical error. Even though it wasn't a low punch, Pete Podgorski said it was low. He should have stayed down or stayed longer after that first knockdown. It wasn't called a knockdown, but I'll tell you, Magee's having himself a pretty good round 8.
Come on.
But boy, he looks fatigued.
Come on.
Those body shots taking a lot out of Magee. It looks like his mouthpiece is ready to be spit out. Either that or it's too big.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. I think he's, it might just be ill-fitting.
We approach the final minute of the 8th round.
Right hook gets in for Magee, and then he throws a nice and a short left. I have to tell you, so far, I think Magee's winning round 8, even though he was in so much trouble in the previous round. Magee hasn't been able to get downstairs again. Nice jab, though, by Bute.
It's a beautiful up jab. Magee missing with a left-right. Bute now in complete command, measuring him out. Straight left hand to the head by Bute.
Work out here, work out. Hey,
Bute's looking for the one punch, you can see.
Yeah, Magee's trying to do anything just to land something.
Yeah.
Magee uncorking one off the hip, getting admonished by Pete Podgorski, the ref.
Bute hasn't really gone downstairs. Well, that was a low blow by Bute.
That was on the hip of Magee. So Bute retaliating. Oh, beautiful left hand to the body. Another one by Bute. Another one. He's just digging in. It's like a sledgehammer now. Lucian Bute. Well, it's the fight of the year, May 7th on Showtime pay-per-view, as 8th division champ Manny Pacquiao faces another future Hall of Famer in Sugar Shane Mosley.
And what makes that pay-per-view even more attractive is the fact that Humberto Soto will be defending his lightweight title against Urbano Antion. That was their first fight, was the fight of the year last year in many quarters, and there's the rematch on May 7th. So it's going to be a great night. Bute landed this punch a bit low in the last round. He landed more punches that were legal to the body in the last round. In that last round, he threw some hellacious punches to the body. And I'll tell you, it's amazing to me that the punches from the body in the last round didn't knock Magee down. Magee was winning the round, but I think Bute stole it in the last minute or so.
They are working feverishly on Brian Magee, and that looks like an ill-fitted mouthpiece. Round 9. Mikkel, are you impressed with Lucian Bute, and do you still want to fight him?
I tell you, I will fight anybody. But of course, Lucian Bute has his failures. But he's doing very good today, and I must say Brian Magee is doing a great job also. Great fight.
And very impressive body work, yes?
Very impressive.
Magee is 5-2-1 in 12 rounds, and Bute is undefeated in going 12 rounds. Obviously 2-0, I believe. Now there is the last round. We saw Bute kind of taking control of the round toward the end and landing the punches. There's the total punches landed. And you know what makes this interesting, it's not a huge edge for Bute, but the fact is his punches have had more on them and have been obviously more powerful.
But Magee certainly busy, as you can tell from those numbers. He does have a good work rate, there's no question about that.
And we talk about Magee's conditioning. He owns his own fitness center in Belfast, and he said, it's part of the way I stay in shape. I'm always teaching classes, and he better be in shape, and he is in shape to have absorbed this kind of body punching and still be upright.
Yeah, he's in great shape, I must say.
Yeah, he lands a straight right hand, and Bute has been very efficient here tonight. I think that's the best way to describe him.
Now looking very sharp. Beautiful jab. Bute has a new strength coach. She put on 4 pounds of muscle. So it's been harder to hit 168, although he had no problem yesterday at the weigh-in. But after possibly fighting Mikkel Kessler and then perhaps the Super 6 winner down the road, he could move up in weight.
I'll tell you what, you know, and I'm looking at this fight and I'm thinking of the gentleman sitting next to me, and I'm thinking of all the Super 6 super middleweights. This style that Bute's fighting here tonight, a little different than what he normally does. He's more stationary. He could make some tremendous fights with people like you and other people. They would be fan favorite fights, I think.
Of course, of course. If he's, you know, he's actually a little up with Magee's with a good left there.
Good straight left hand by Brian Magee. So of course Brian Magee has 3 rounds to try and change everybody's opinion.
Final seconds of round 9. Magee, the challenger in the black, has been down 2 times from body shots.
This is a bigger. Bute is taking so many more risks in this fight than I've seen him ever take. I mean, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Our translator is Pierre Bernier.
He's back in the fight again. We're going into the 10th. How's the energy level? Good. You gotta keep the left one going.
We're at the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, for the IBF Super Middleweight Championship. Steve Albert ringside with Al Bernstein and former WBA and WBC Super Middleweight champ Mikkel Kessler, Jim Gray also with us as we get set for the 10th.